Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil and in this Vue.js 3 video tutorial we will learn that dynamic components. So let's start with the points. First of all, we will learn that what is the dynamic component, why we should not use if-else condition with the dynamic components, and what is the proper way to load the dynamic components, and interview question. So for the first question, I want to show an example. So here you can see that I have three buttons. On a first button click, I want to load my Java content. Second one, I want to load my Node content, and on a third one, I want to load PHP content, right? So I have a three components. Here you can see that I will show you the implementation also, but first of all let's understand what is dynamic component and what is the use of that, right? So I have a three components: Java, Node and PHP, right? But at a single time I want to show only one tab, right? So how I can do it? For one thing, you can do it with the if else condition. You can put that if we are clicked on a Java, then PHP and Node tab will be hidden and only one tab be visible. And on the same thing we can do with the Node and PHP also. But this can work when you are have application is a very small size, but when you have a lots of tab like a 20 or 30 tab, that time if else condition will not gonna work, right? So what is the proper way how we can do it? I will show you in this example. So I'm just going to erase this content. I will make it again. Start again. What we need? Component. Show them. So I and component like Java dot view, right? So that I can show you the same example, and two more like PHP dot view, and the last one can be, let's say, .NET or Node dot view. That is very practical. This is no problem. Let me just define the template for all components as well as script. We will write in a one and we will copy and paste in the other ones. And now let me put here h1 tag, and here I can just simply mention here Java content, right? And in a script tag we can write here export default name like Java, and now we can copy and paste it in the other tab, in the other components also. And let me put here PHP. We can change the name also, and at the last one let's change with the Node, right? So everything is fine. Now we can import these all three components in our home. So let me import here, import Java from let me use here Java dot view, and similarly we can copy and paste for Node as well as for PHP. And let me put here PHP dot view. Perfect. Now what we can do here, let me put here components so that we can register these components with, this is a property, object property, and now let's register our Java, PHP and Node also. Great. So all right, so first of all let's check that everything is working fine or not. So put here Java, Node, and at the last PHP, and let's check out the output. Everything is working fine. The old contents are visible. So let me create three more buttons here. Now button name I can put here load Java. Two more buttons we need, load PHP, and okay, just put me here node 1, because let's go with the serial, right? Serialization and a PHP. So now let's hide sorry guys, so let me just hide these all contents and show only one. For that, first of all, we need data property. So let me define here data property, return, put here data. Okay, let me put here tab or active tab or whatever you want to put, and let me use here Java, right? Fine. Now I am going to remove all these content because we don't need them, right? Even we have a error for a moment, but this will be resolved soon. Now let's use your component tag, right? And this component tag have a property is, and with that, let me put here tab, and now you will see that we have a dynamic components. We have a Java because Java is by default, and on a click of all others, like let's start with the PHP because I want to show you. First click on PHP, at the rate click, and on a click what we can load here, tab equal to no PHP, yeah, PHP, and let me just check it. Here you can see that PHP is loaded, but two buttons are not still working because we did not add here event yet. So let me add here Java node as well as PHP. So let's see is it working or not. Now you can see that this is working fine. So even we can use here if else conditions also, but let's say we have a around 20 or 30 tabs, or 20 or 30 is technologies like .NET, JavaScript, Python, Golang and all. That's how we'll manage. So for that, this is the best way, I think. And if you still have any kind of confusion, you can ask me in the question. And interview question. So can we use dynamic component inside the dynamic components, or you can say that nested dynamic components? Yes, definitely you can do that. Same thing, let's say you have a Java, and here you want to show the Java framework, the PHP framework and the Node framework. Then you can just do the same thing. You can just create components for frameworks and load here, and with a similar way you can load the framework name in a child component also, right? So thanks for watching this video. If you still have confusion, ask me in the comment box. Bye bye, take care, God bless.